Hey guys, it's Windham, and my voice is, my voice is like gone, and I don't know why. Anyway, it's been a while since I've posted a video like this, and I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about some thoughts that have been on my heart, things that I've been just thinking about in this new season of my life. Basically a lot has changed. I kind of threw a lot at you guys where, you know, one second I'm like, oh yeah, I'm moving and I'm gonna be closer to the Renegades. Yeah, that's my plan. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, guess what? I'm getting married and here he is. You guys have never met him, and boom, you know, I'm just getting married and he's all of a sudden in my videos, and now he's doing his own thing too. And so I know that I've thrown a lot at you guys, but without giving a lot of clues and updates as to what's been going on with me. And I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of insight into some of that. And something that I've really been dealing with, in something that other people have been talking to me about, and that I think is kind of everywhere, is this idea of happiness. And this weird concept that we have about happiness, and something that I think our generation really struggles with. And so I'm going to try to figure out how to kind of break this down. But something that I was dealing with for a while was I originally started the YouTube channel not just for myself, but also I realized I was trying to impress other people. And I was also trying to impress particular people and show them like, oh, look what I can do and look what I can accomplish, and I can have all this success. And I was trying to make other people see me as being worthy, and see me as being like worthy enough for their attention, thinking that in gaining their approval, that in turn it would make me happy, if that makes sense. And I don't know if you guys have ever tried to impress someone. Maybe you like a girl or you like a guy, and you can hear my cat, he's playing with a pen in the background. But maybe you've tried to impress someone before by kind of maybe acting like something that you weren't, or maybe trying to impress a parent even, by being successful at something that they cared about. And so I eventually realized that a lot of what I was doing was I was trying to find my idea of happiness through the approval of other people. And it was kind of a few months maybe into starting this YouTube journey that, you know, I really came face to face with where I was emotionally and personally, and came to realize that I'm responsible for my own happiness, and I'm not going to be happy if I am gauging that and being dependent on someone else. And this was kind of this mind-blowing realization that I had. My cat's still playing with the pen. But it was this mind-blowing realization that I had of, you know, nobody else is perfect. And nobody as a person is going to fill the void inside of you if you don't like yourself. And so I had to go through a journey of not only figuring out who I was by myself, but I also had to go through a process of really learning to like myself and like being alone with myself. He kept like finding really loud toys and was like scraping them across the floor, and it was really distracting. And now he's got a ball and he's like running it into the window. I just had this realization of talking to a lot of people that were basically telling me, and I've been there, I've done this before, where they're like, you know, I would just be so much happier if I was in a relationship, and I just don't understand why nobody likes me. I don't understand why nobody will want to date me. And, you know, I'm just such a loser and I just hate myself because nobody wants to go out with me and nobody wants to be around me. Well, the reality is that here I am, I'm married and we're very happy. And guess what? I'm not happier as a person because he likes me. I mean, yeah, that adds to it. But on days when I don't really like who I am, him liking me doesn't change my happiness. If I'm unhappy with me, him liking me is just a small piece of my life. It's just a small piece of this bigger experience of joy and satisfaction. And I am never, he is never going to fill that void completely, no matter how much he loves me and how much he cares about me. If I don't like myself, and if I'm not doing things for myself because I want to be a better version of myself for me, then I'm never gonna be happy. I'm never gonna be a person that he needs. I'm never gonna be able to fill him back up and, you know, and help him and love him in the way that he needs if I'm not first comfortable with who I am. And so I had just this crazy realization that I want to be sure that the things that I'm pursuing and the things that I'm doing are things that ultimately are going to make me like me more. And so I've kind of been dealing with this a little bit myself, and hopefully I broke it down enough. But basically the things that I'm learning are that, I found another toy. The things that I'm learning are, one, you're never going to be happy with someone else if you aren't happy being alone first. And if you're not happy being with yourself first, no one is ever going to be good enough for you. No one is ever going to be like, aha, this is my person, if you don't like yourself first. And if you do that, you're going to have this unhealthy reliance on someone else, and you're going to be dependent on them in a way that it's not healthy for any person to be dependent on someone else in that way. Someone else's existence shouldn't be your happiness. They should bring joy to your life, but they shouldn't be the only reason that you have it in its entirety. They shouldn't be the only reason that you're happy. Someone else shouldn't be the reason that you get out of bed every day. I think everyone needs to go on a journey to find themselves and find out who they are outside of someone else. That's something I realized. Another thing is, don't do YouTube or don't do hobbies or other things to try to impress other people in your journey to like yourself. I want to make YouTube videos because I like YouTube. I want to make YouTube videos because it makes me happy. And I want to make YouTube videos about things that I like and not necessarily what everybody else wants to see. I want to make things that I'm proud of by myself. And videos like this are things that I really enjoy. I really like people just talking to a camera about life lessons that they've learned and things and their growth and things that they've experienced. And that's just something that I want to impart today is, one, you are here for a purpose. You're here for a reason. And that reason is not to be happy because of somebody else. And that was just something that I was learning. And you know, I would never have been happy with Octo if I didn't first find myself. And it's been this slow journey, but you know, you may be sad that you're not with anybody. But the thing is not being with anybody is okay. And sometimes it's the best thing that can happen to you for you to really grow and for you to really learn who you are. And so I want to challenge all of you guys that if you're not in a relationship right now, find things and learn to do things that you really enjoy doing. If you admire other people for doing something, you always wanted to do it, now is the time to try. If you've always wanted to learn to play guitar, get a cheap guitar from the corner flea market, the corner thrift store. Get a cheap guitar and look up YouTube videos. You obviously have YouTube if you're here. Get a YouTube video and learn to play a few chords and learn to play a song that you like. If you want to learn another language, learn another language. If you have a goal where you want to read 100 books in a year, do 100 books in a year. If you want to go and you want to get your PhD, do it. This is the season and the time to learn to admire yourself and to learn to love yourself. No one else can do it for you. And, you know, I know that sometimes people struggle with depression, and I know that people are always going to be struggling with their versions of themselves. But the first step to improving and making yourself happier is finding something that you love and finding something within yourself that you're proud of. If you can look at yourself, say, man, I'm awesome and I'm really proud of myself for A, B, C, and D. And that makes everything else so much easier. It makes finding the right job easier. It makes relationships easier. It makes friendships easier. If you just find things that you admire in yourself that you're good at, and it helps you not be dependent on other people, and it also helps you also to not put so much weight in other people, so that way if they mess up, it doesn't completely make your world shatter, because that's hard too. Just some tidbits that I'm learning. But anyway, that was just something that I've been thinking about, is don't let other people's happiness and other people's opinion of you determine whether or not you're happy and whether or not you find satisfaction in your own life. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. I hope that this was for someone. Let me know in the comments. I've had a bunch of people talk to me about some of the breakup videos, about how they were helpful. And, you know, I still get messages years later after I came out with that one, where people are like, this is mind-boggling, this is great, thank you so much, this actually is helpful. And I mean, that was the original goal, that was the original intent, was to be helpful to other people and to say things that I wish I had heard. Anyway, guys, it's Windham. Thanks for tuning in. I can't wait for new stuff in 2019. It's gonna be random. I'm excited to see where this channel goes. I'm excited to grow it and see what happens. But anyway,